If you don't like heartbreak, if the very thought of it makes your heart ache and your eyes well up with tears, but still believe in second chances, in the power of love to heal and transform, then listen to this story of resilience and hope. It's a tale that will take you through the depths of despair and back into the light. I thought I had it all, a love story that seemed perfect, almost like a fairy tale. A decade of pure, undeniable happiness with the woman I loved. We shared dreams, built a life, and faced every challenge together. We were a team, inseparable, or so I thought. But then, everything changed. She betrayed me. Not with a stranger, not with someone we barely knew, but with my best friend, the man I trusted like a brother. The pain was unbearable, a wound so deep I thought it would never heal. The betrayal cut through me like a knife, leaving me in a state of shock and disbelief. How could the two people I trusted most in the world do this to me? The emotional pain was excruciating, a constant reminder of the love and trust that had been shattered. I felt lost, broken, and utterly alone. I had to walk away. It was the only option left for me, the only way to preserve what little dignity I had left. Leaving was the hardest decision of my life, a choice that tore me apart inside. But staying would have been a betrayal to myself, a compromise of my own self-worth. I needed time to rediscover who I was, to find the person I had lost in the midst of the betrayal. It was a journey of self-discovery, a path that required immense strength and courage. I needed time to rediscover who I was, to mend the pieces of a shattered heart. Years passed, and the scars began to fade. Slowly, I began to heal, to find a sense of peace within myself. The process was slow and painful, but each day brought a little more clarity, a little more understanding of who I was and what I wanted from life. And then, in the midst of my healing, I met someone new. She was kind, understanding, and had a heart full of compassion. She saw the broken pieces of my heart and helped me put them back together. In the midst of my healing, I met someone new. She was kind, understanding, and had a heart full of compassion. Slowly, love found its way back into my life. We built new dreams, and this time, they were built on trust and mutual respect. She taught me that love could be gentle, that it didn't have to hurt. With her, I found a new kind of happiness, one that was rooted in trust and mutual respect. We built new dreams together, dreams that were filled with hope and promise. This time, I knew that our love was strong enough to withstand any challenge. They were built on trust and mutual respect. Looking back, the betrayal feels like a distant memory. I realized that sometimes the darkest moments lead to the brightest tomorrows. Looking back, the betrayal feels like a distant memory, a painful chapter that has been closed. I realized that sometimes the darkest moments lead to the brightest tomorrows. I realized that sometimes the darkest moments lead to the brightest tomorrows. The pain and heartbreak I endured were not the end of my story, but rather the beginning of a new chapter. So if you're facing heartbreak, if you're feeling lost and alone, remember that it's okay to grieve. It's okay to feel the pain and let it wash over you. Remember that it's okay to grieve, to feel the weight of the betrayal and the loss, but also know that healing is possible. Sometimes the end of one story is just the beginning of another. But also know that healing is possible. It may take time and it may be a difficult journey, but it is possible. Sometimes the end of one story is just the beginning of another. The end of one story is just the beginning of another. Thanks for listening. Stay strong and believe in the power of new beginnings. Stay strong and believe in the power of new beginnings. Your heart has the capacity to heal, to love again, and to find happiness once more. Thank you for listening, and may your journey be filled with hope and new beginnings.